Hey guys, it's Dawn here, and I got a box. I got the deliveries. This is big thanks to Duff, EUC Army in Florida. For those who don't know, he makes these awesome EUC stands. I have mine up here. Can you see? Yeah. Because it's so beautiful. All right, back to the box. Let's see. Because it's from Duff, my wheel box comes with snacks. He sent me Chester's Poppers jalapeno cheese whirls flavored. Never tried this before, so this is something we get to snack on later. We've got a Clark pad, which, by the way, you guys, there are all these pads out there. The pads that I use are these Clark pads, the Titan foam pads, and Chris Clark, he designed this to be used like this, but because my legs are smaller, so I actually cut them and then do a more custom fit of it. But they're so minimal, right? But I mean, when I did my 67.8 mile an hour high speed run on my ET Max, it was with these pads. I can't grab it. Oh, you guys can't see. There we go. This is I'll bring you down here. A bare bones Master V4. This is Duff's bare bones Master 3.4. So it's bare bones because I have my Dirt Master, and I will transfer the stuff from there onto this one. Should I stay down here? This is also the Master that Duff was riding when he went down, his bad crash, the one that he could have expired in. So we shall be doing a bit of cleansing of any bad juju off of this wheel. You know, energy is important, and this wheel has had some trauma to him, and not visibly though. I mean, visibly he looks great. The V4 has the metal battery boxes, and let's see, I have two Master V1s, a Street or Race Master, and then my Dirt Master, and so both of those are V1s, and this is now the V4. Oh wow, this trolley handle works way better than mine. Let's see, he's in shipping mode. So how do we do this? We turn him on, push power button. Okay, then we hold down the spin kill button, push power button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long beep, turn him off, turn him back on again, and stand him up. Yes! It's alive. We got the CST tire on him now. Duff originally changed it to tubeless, but when he was doing that, he was having a problem getting it to seat. And then when he offered it to me, then I needed a dirt wheel. So he put the CST tire back on, and that's actually the video where you saw where he was showing how to do the zip tie trick on putting a tire on. Yep, that was this. Oh my goodness! Marty, look at Duff. Marty. Do you guys know this thing about Marty? Marty cannot stand stickers left on wheels. Did you know that, Marty, did you know that Duff leaves stickers on his wheels? After all this time. Seriously? After all this time? And this sticker is still on here? Oh my goodness. Okay. Don't worry, Marty. I'll take care of it. I got you. All right. What am I doing with this wheel? I don't like it. So, let me see. I am so distracted right now. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It is off. You are free. Duff, this is the whole reason you had bad juju on this wheel. It's good you left the sticker on it. You can't do that. Come on. I need to pump up his shock, and I need to pump up his tire. What should I do first? Well, he's on his right side, so I'll pump up his shock. The shock, I'm gonna, well, you know when I got burglarized, I used to have so many pump shocks, and I had every single one of them stolen. So this shock pump is actually from Marty. He gave me one. This one only goes to 300 PSI, so I will be pumping it up to 300 PSI. Or maybe 250, or maybe whatever I can do, because these things are kind of hard to pump. But yeah, I no longer have a shock pump. Well, I have this one. Let's see, and it's just kind of hard. I am at 150. I'm still at 150. Oh, there he goes. Oh, you guys missed it. He grew. Oh, that was sad. And now he's back down to 100. Why? Okay, so how did this happen? Why is Duff's V4 here? It's because I found, well, not that I found, but I've been to this place before. It's called Skyline around here, and it's a dirt road, mountain ridge road sort of thing, and some places are actually pretty challenging. I can't seem to go any higher than a little past 150. Oh God, I can't do any more. I'm just using my whole entire body weight to do this. Oh, we're almost at 200. Why is this so hard? All right. And I did it on my V1 Master. That's my Dirt Master. And I ran out of battery, and I couldn't explore it any further. And I was talking about this whole big adventure with Duff, and telling him that maybe my Dirt Master is outdated, and I need another dirt wheel. And at that time, I had the X-Way here, and I was thinking, yeah, maybe it's time for the X-Way, right? But the X-Way is a brand new wheel. That means it's super expensive. And what happens if I just do this? Oh my gosh, I just lost all my pressure. Oh geez, now I gotta do it all over again. All right, sorry about that, you guys. I cannot focus on the wheel and talk at the same time, apparently. So, all right. So basically, why do I have Duff's V4 here? There are two reasons. One, I needed a better dirt wheel. My current dirt wheel is a V1 Master, and I've run into new grounds now that I want to explore that require something a little bit better. The X-Way would probably be great, but I can't afford that. It's a brand new wheel out and everything. And I was, and so I was talking about this with Duff, and so Duff offered his V4 Master. Now, the V4 Master is one that I have no experience with. So this is going to be really interesting. I also have high expectations for it. I believe that the V4 Master is a sleeper. Not really a sleeper. Maybe I should say overlooked, greatly overlooked. The Master is one of the best wheel designs out there. And Marty and I were actually talking about this, and in Marty's next video, hopefully it's Marty's next video, you'll see that conversation that we have about that, and then he can share his thoughts and experiences with it. So here's the thing, okay? Begode is, and other companies, they are putting out a lot of wheels all the time, right? And they're changing the design and everything all the time. Begode especially is just like a wheel, a wheel, a wheel, a wheel, a wheel. You can't even catch up. You can't even fully realize what one wheel is before another wheel is already out. And I think that, you know, they had the Blitz come out, and then the Master V4, then the Blitz, and then the X-Way and the Extreme, and I was like boom, 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 just all these wheels coming out, and we haven't had time to fully experience the first one that came out, right? Fully appreciate one. And the Masters were really great wheels. That's why I have two of them. I happen to be pretty good at figuring out like the pieces and what makes something great, putting it together, and then seeing like potential and things, and then unlocking potential. Anyone that has seen back when I was riding my Sherman Max, I was able to make that Sherman Max do things and outperform what stats said it should do. I had that Sherman Max beating Masters, and it shouldn't have been able to do that, you know, and stuff like that. So part of being a racer is being able to see the potential and things and squeezing out every last drop of, you know, value and potential out of something, right? Being able to encourage it, being able to compliment it, being able to see what it needs, you know, fill that gap, and then get something even better out of it. So one of the things, like with the ET Max, the ET Max is actually a pretty good example. The ET Max came out, brand new motor in it, a tile motor, you know, everyone was excited about that. And then what happened? No one said a thing about it, right? I said that was the best performing wheel I had ridden so far, and still yet. But I was, at that time, I was also distracted from the fact that I had a 1,300-pound spring in it, which absolutely did not work for me. It was a showstopper, it was a deal breaker, and all that stuff. And so with that feedback, they then offered the 900-pound spring. So perfect, right? We got it. But then I got my ET Max, and then I had battery issues with it, so I couldn't ride it for months. I had my ET Max, and I couldn't ride it all this time. Finally got the new battery, and things are working now. And then, bam, you know, I hit 67.8 miles an hour, and I'm over here going, you guys, why is no one talking about the ET Max? You know, I said before, it's the best performing wheel. And then look, it's doing this speed, but no one else is doing this speed. No one else is talking about it and all this stuff. Then, you know, and then Aaron is winning races. He won TEF1 on the ET Max. He won the China race on the ET Max. You know, China's big because, I mean, that's where all the wheels are coming from, right? And so they have all the stuff. But then what does that kind of show? There is a big difference between stats on paper and performance in real life, okay? And I think that in China with Begode, they don't have riders that are pushing it to the speeds that we are pushing it here in SoCal. You know, they don't have that real life testing thing. So when Aaron was over there and he showed everybody, you know, whew, the ET Max motor is wonderful. Then what happened to all the people that have been pre-ordering or, you know, or ordered, or all the racers that bought the Blitz Pro? The Blitz Pro was supposed to be the fastest wheel. That was supposed to be the race wheel. And it just got blown away by the ET Max, which no one even talked about. So what happened? Now I saw on EUC Ungerground forum that they're talking about, I don't know if they're either talking about it or they're going to, or they have done, but they're talking about putting ET Max motors into the Blitz Pros. Don't know all the details about that. That might just be rumor and all that, so we'll have to check and see. But you know what that says to me? Once again, they didn't even know what they had until Aaron showed them. And so the whole point of that is, I think that is the same type of situation with the V4 Master. The Masters were really good at the beginning. And then they had a V2, they had a V3, and then they had the V4. The V4 version fixes all the issues from all the previous versions. And, you know, a lot of people complain and they say, oh, they just keep throwing out new models with new problems without ever actually sticking with one model and fixing all the issues in that model. That's the V4 Master. So then people go, well, but why the Master? That's so outdated. We have the Blitz now. We have the X-Way now. We have all of these new wheels. Why? Because all of those wheels are tall. The Master is the last one, is the wheel that I think has, I won't say perfect, but close to perfect form factor for a dirt wheel. Why? Because it is compact. It's about 80 pounds. It's lightweight. It's compact. It's narrow. Not the most stable because of those things as well, right? So I think the big push was for stability. When the two opposite ends, you have nimble and quick reacting, and then you have stable, right? Those are the two things. And so if you want something really nimble and really like fast reacting, it's not going to be as stable. If you want something stable, you know, heavier, lower to the ground, things like that, it might not be, you know, nimble. So we got to find the balance between the two. And although the Master is more towards this end, the nimble side rather than stable, but I think that is fine for dirt riding. So with it being low to the ground, the pedals are high. The pedals are high. It has great clearance. I'm not talking about that. Clearance is great. What I'm talking about is its physical overall height is lower, which means that when I'm on the wheel, I can physically get down lower. That means I can lower my whole center of gravity down. When I'm doing challenging dirt runs, you know, through gravel runs really fast, like that stuff, I don't want to be high up and upright. I want to be, if you watch my old videos, you'll see I'm like crouching down and I'm doing this type of motion. I'm crouching down. My knees are permanently bent, constantly absorbing shock, constantly doing micro corrections and stuff like that. I need to be low. I rode the X-Way at Fullerton. It was one of the best runs, but not, you know, one of my fastest runs, because I felt so upright doing it. And it just, you know, once again, you can get used to anything, right? But my natural reaction, if I'm on something uncertain grounds, uncertain dirt grounds that are challenging to me, I kind of want a lightweight where I can get my center of gravity low and that I can flick it around and it's really hardy. It can take a beating because I'm going to be dropping it a lot. And I don't know what else. And a very simple wheel that is very easy to fix, modify, make adjustments to, and stuff like that. And the Master V4 is all of those things. Now, the Master V4 is basically, it has an EX30 motherboard or control board and an EX30 motor in it. It's a C38 high torque motor, and then it has the 50S batteries. The 50S batteries, that's a big deal. The EX30 brains and motor, that's a big deal. The EX30 is really good in the body of a Master. So anyways, all of this is to say that I'm very excited to get this up and running. I got to transfer all of my things from my Dirt Master over to, I need to put pedals on this, I need to put pads on this, and then I'm going to start testing this out, and I will be able to do perfect side-by-side comparisons of a V1 versus a V4, and then I still have the memories of the X-Way, so I'll be able to compare against that. But these are all of the hopes that I have for this V4, that it's something capable. And with the 50S batteries and the EX30 motor and controller, what am I expecting out of it? I'm expecting that it will be higher torque, possibly higher top speed, and better range. Because anytime, how do I explain this? And if you have this as your potential and you are only using 50% of it, then you're still in the sweet spot, right? And so you'll get better range. If you are using 90% of 100, then in that zone, you will not be getting good range. I think with the original batteries on the V1 and all of that, it was, you know, it had good range for what it was. But I think this will be an improvement, because I think the things that I ask of this one, whereas it would have been more difficult for the V1, it would be easier on the V4, and therefore I'll get better range, which is what I need right now. It should be able to pull me up inclines better and brake better, and I don't know, just overall improvements all across the board. Is it enough to make you choose a Master V4 versus an X-Way, right? Why wouldn't you choose the latest, greatest? The X-Way is the ultimate extra high torque machine, right? Why wouldn't you? Well, what about cost? Everyone's talking about cost, right? The X-Way is right now just coming out. It is at its peak cost. Whereas the Master V4, Lem with EUC Ungerground, up. Let me do this. EUC Ungerground. I believe he has some in stock for $1,700 picked up or $1,800 shipped. And that is going to be the V4 price. Don't quote me and all that stuff. Oh, you can quote me, but ask him, you know, what his current price is and stuff like that. But $1,700 for a Master V4, and I'm not talking about this wheel as being an outdated wheel. I'm talking about this wheel as having a spot of its own. There's some stuff that I'm kind of wanting to say, but it's in Marty's video, and that he hasn't put out yet, but I know we talked about this, so I don't know, I should put it in my video too, right? But I don't want to take away from his video. What do I do? Oh my gosh. I don't know. the Master V4 has a spot because of its size, its weight, its power to size ratio. That the fact that it's the last wheel that is compact and small, but still has great power. You know, the X-Way is going to outperform it. The X-Way has 3,000 watt hours. This is 2,400 watt hours. So the battery size, but no, I think they're similar. They are similar in weight. No, they're not. Wait a second. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. The Master V4 is what, about 80 pounds, okay? And I don't remember how much the X-Way was. I think the X-Way is more. The X-Way is taller, right? The X-Way is more expensive. Taller. The suspension is different. Although that suspension on the X-Way is probably better. But this suspension is very easily switched out, swapped out to whatever you want. There are all different types of linkages that you can put on this to customize it and make it more suitable for your needs, things like that. Parts easy to fix, things like that on the Master V4s. But the price is a big thing. $1,700. Should I say this? If you want a full-size wheel, and if you want a full-size wheel at the cheapest cost that is still that can still hold its own and do really well for you, the Masters. So anyways, this is just my projections of what I'm expecting out of this, just from talking with Marty and my own projections of it, right? Let me test it out and get some real world data, and then I will be back and share my findings with you guys. Anyways, thanks for joining me today, and please like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and consider becoming a member on my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.